I think if you go back, the Shannon was how people got around. We don't have the maps that the Vikings and that the ancients used and the early Christians used. We're left with some of their wonderful buildings. But even when navigation was being created in the 18th century, we have in our archive fantastic hand drawings made of all of the navigation features in the navigation. And we still use those today. When we go to refurbish a lock gate, our engineers get them out. And Google Trekking to me is modern mapping. It's mapping now in the digital age, where it's much more visual, it's not a flat sheet. It's quite a long project to map the Shannon, and we've done it very thoroughly. This hasn't been just sort of, here's a boat driving through the Shannon. This has mapped every community that borders onto it, all of the features. So we had 2 staff who spent over 4 months out actually travelling around every part of the Shannon, taking the footage. We cooperated with Clare County Council. We've done the Shannon estuary, so that you have a holistic view of the whole of that watercourse. Lough Derg, Lough Ree, Lough Allen, over that 4-month period, gathering the footage, and that's what Google have then turned today into what you'd commonly call a streetscape, but it's riverscape.
So Waterways Ireland made an application to Google in 2016 to access the Google Trekker program, and to do so we had to sell why we felt it would be very important for Google to capture the Shannon navigation from a boat. We were delighted we were successful in that, and then in this year, in 2018, we received the camera via shipment from Google HQ, and we've assembled the camera. It's on top of the boat. It's about 4 foot off the top of our boat, and the camera is spherical, but it's actually made up of 15 individual lenses, and each camera is taking a 5 megapixel photo every 2 seconds. Then all that data is collected on a hard drive. We send that back to Google, and they use software to stitch that together to give you that street view experience, but from the river. Since June, we have started data collection. We've gone from Limerick, we've gone up through the iconic Ardna Crusha, in through Lough Derg, Lough Ree, and now we're in the final section of the project, which is up on the North Shannon, and today we're in Lough Key capturing information. The Grand Canyon has been done, the pyramids have been done, there's a special underwater Google Trekker of the Great Barrier Reef, but in an Irish context, there has never been a Google Trekker project on a river. So we're delighted to be able to facilitate that and to make that available for this and future generations to experience from the comfort of their own home on Google Maps.
I think it's the Google mapping, it is a snapshot in time. It's very important because there are areas of our navigations which are very sensitive. They harbour a lot of, ecology and plants. They're untouched corridors, and it's an ability for us to use technically to look and see how that might change over time and where there's things that should be concerning us. It will also be a snapshot into, at this point in time, what we were all doing on the water. The reason we've done it is that, in this modern world, people aren't using paper maps. They expect a digital version. This is the visual, digital version of mapping for the Shannon, for the next 10, 20 years. I don't know how quickly technology will change, but this brings it right up to date.